The game you are watching is an ordinary non-conference game. There is nothing special about it. If you ask fans from both fan bases about it today, many probably don't even remember it. And truth be told, I don't blame them. Michigan State beat Florida Atlantic 17-0 on September 13th, 2008. The game was a low-scoring affair on a rainy noon Eastern Time kickoff. If there was something to remember for Michigan State fans, it was the great Javon Ringer's steady 43-carry, 282-yard performance. The day was even less memorable for Florida Atlantic. Star quarterback Rusty Smith struggled, completing just 8 of his 34 passes for 143 yards. A single 71-yard completion to Rob Hauser made up nearly half of his yardage. No matter how forgettable this game seemed, it actually got Florida Atlantic into a bowl game. The 2008 Florida Atlantic, or FAU, Owls were an average team. They went 6-6 with a talented offense that scored 27 points per game. Future NFL spot starter Rusty Smith threw for over 2,900 yards and 22 touchdowns in the regular season. Cortez Gent was his top target with over 900 receiving yards, while tight ends Rob Hauser and Jamari Grant added over 500 apiece. Running back Charles Pierre balanced the attack with over 1,000 yards and 6 yards per carry. Unfortunately, the defense was the Owls' weak point, allowing nearly 30 points per game. Still, they boasted one of the nation's best tacklers in France Joseph, who totaled 154 stops on the year. Florida Atlantic scraped by their 4-win rivals Florida International in a 57-50 overtime thriller in their final game to reach bowl eligibility at 6-6. Yet, there was one problem. The Owls were one of 4 bowl-eligible Sun Belt teams. Along with outright conference champion Troy, Louisiana Lafayette, and Arkansas State also had 6-6 records. Unfortunately, the Sun Belt's only guaranteed tie-in was to the New Orleans Bowl, which Troy was placed in. Although the conference had backup tie-ins to the PapaJohns.com Bowl in Birmingham and the Independence Bowl in Shreveport, neither bowl picked a Sun Belt team. I have covered that topic before, so if you want to check out that mini documentary, click the card in the upper right-hand corner. After the PapaJohns.com and Independence Bowl made their selections, the Motor City Bowl in Detroit still had to pick a team after the Big Ten could not provide an opponent for the MAC. Along with Arkansas State and Louisiana Lafayette, San Jose State was also in the mix for the Motor City Bowl bid. There was really no way to pick from these Sun Belt teams on the surface. However, something completely random would send one of those Sun Belt teams to Motown. You see, the Motor City Bowl remembered Florida Atlantic's game against Michigan State and actually factored it into their selection process. By simply playing against Michigan State and not getting obliterated, the Owls won over the Motor City Bowl selection committee. Ken Hoffman, the Motor City Bowl's executive director, stated, "Perhaps the tiebreaker was FAU played in this area this year and got a lot of media attention when they played Michigan State." You heard that right. A game scheduled years in advance just happened to be the reason FAU got into a bowl game. And it seemed the decision worked out. Florida Atlantic upset 8-4 Central Michigan, playing in their 3rd straight Motor City Bowl. Rusty Smith threw for over 300 yards and a pair of touchdowns in a 24-21 win. The Motor City Bowl seemed to pick the right team, despite their random criteria, with FAU getting the upset in the end. So, the next time you watch your favorite Group of 5 team play a throwaway non-conference game against a Power 4 team, just remember if the location is right, it could get them into a bowl game. Like and subscribe for more documentaries and podcasts like this. Thank you and God bless you.